I have been part and parcel. I have been part and parcel of one of the people who want to use DeFi. Okay. But throughout my history, I have not got an opportunity to use DeFi. I have not got an opportunity to participate in DeFi, to participate in decentralized finance. Okay. So when I got a chance to learn about DeFi, to learn about decentralized finance, to learn about how DeFi works, I was super excited. But today, yesterday, the Oracle Foundation has moved another step. Yes. The Oracle Foundation has moved another step, one of the categorically panquatic steps in blockchain technology that I want to share with you today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you will be able to love everything. But let's start from somewhere. Are we ready, guys? Can we get started? Are we ready? Yes, we have Ronald from Kasubi. We have Sami from Israel. Happy to have you. We have Dumba from Bukoma Simbi. Happy to have you. I think Dumba, we share the same clan. Eh? You are my clanmate. You here in Buganda. You are my clanmate. We come from Mbogo. You see, Mbogo is going to become the next president of Uganda is going to come from Mbogo clan. Yes. Hey. We are going to become the new. You know, you see, when someone in your clan becomes the president, automatically you also become. So it means indirectly, I will be the president of Uganda. Indirectly. Because the man who is going to become the next president of Uganda is coming from my clan. So indirectly, when he becomes, I will also be like the president. So indirectly, I'm the next president of Uganda. Okay? Because the one who's going to become, the one who's going to become is from my clan. So indirectly, I'm the president. Hmm. So you have a choice. You can even add wealthy coach president. So, okay, you are very ready. You are very ready. Okay. All right. So, welcome, guys. Okay. Welcome to today's training. Super excited. Yes, to share with you my my coach Edison is saying I'm lying, lying, but okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new look. Our DeFi Oracle app looks more different as we speak right now. It looks more sweet. It looks more nice. Yes. And it looks very sweet. It looks very sweet. But I want to share with you my insight. So let me start with this so that it builds a solid foundation. Okay. Let me start from here. Let me start from here. I pray also my iPhone works because Android users cannot access the service. So I pray my iPhone works so that the Android users, sorry, the iPhone users, because the iPhone users can now use the Onet. The Onet works so well now with the Android, the iPhone users. But also, I believe that the word the Android users are also going to basically very soon take advantage. So yesterday I was here and I talked about the new economy. But before I talk about the new economy, let me first remind you a little bit where we are and where we are going. Okay. All right. Okay. So together, we are going to go to any browser. Okay. And the browser I want us to use today is Carbon. Carbon, you can download it. Carbon is a crypto-based browser that is also coming into Web3. So you see, if I'm a Web3 guy, I want to use Web3. So this is a Web3 browser. Okay, it's a browser like Web3. Now, Web3 browser, let's visit CoinMarketCap. It is more faster, but it automatically takes you to Google. All right, so today I will start with the OHM token. I want to take you through, guys, something very, very small before we start today's class, okay? This is the OHM token, and I'll just go to about it, and okay, all right, okay. Then I will go about the uniqueness, okay? Now, the reason why I'm sharing today's class to dig deep into this, I would not talk about it, but I personally I want to introduce the ideology. You all know that before we learned about what we are doing today, the profitability, the profit to profit in crypto only depended that when you buy a token at this price, you wait it to rise at this price. Is that true? Give me a yes if it is true. That you buy a token. Remember, you only made money when you buy and you hold. When you buy, you hold, and the price of the token goes up. That's the only way you profit. Because futures is real gambling. At first, people used to say that futures is a skill, but trading in futures is real gambling. Because all of you now you understand that markets are highly manipulated. Who's calling me? Who's calling me? Is that true? Let me know in the chat. How many of you agree with me that today, as we speak, futures is pure gambling, not a lie? You think the coin is going to go up, then they manipulate the market, and the coin goes down. So we cannot say that participating in futures is a skill. If you agree with me, give me a one in the chat. In the past, it was true that if you were able to draw your lines of support and resistance, it was trading, it was a skill. But as we speak now, leveraging is pure gambling. Because the people who control the market, they move it in their own favor. Yes, at first, yes, the bangwa bangwa. Johnny, the way you are attacking me. The bangwa bangwa was a skill. Eh? The bangwa bangwa strategy, taking 1% from the market, was a skill. But now, guys, trading futures and leveraging crypto markets is pure gambling. Now, am I discussing this? I'm discussing this because this project called Olympus DAO, introduced a new business venture where you invest in cryptocurrency to get more tokens. And the goal was to create, number one, a stable, long-term profitability business. A business that you invest in and every single day you can acquire tokens and remain profitable. But also, this new technology this new economy had its own issues. Okay? It had its own issues. And when you read here, these guys say Olympus has been called one of the most interesting economic experiments in DeFi. One of the most interesting economic experience in DeFi. One of the most interesting economic experiments in DeFi. DeFi meaning decentralized finance. And when they created Olympus, Olympus owns a treasury that mints and sells new new OHM. So ONF also owns a treasury that when you stake, new tokens are minted. And these new tokens that are minted are given to you. And these new tokens can be sold either at once or in the long term. But the only difference was that OHM never had a utility. But let me just read you something here. The goal of rewarding you these tokens from OHM, because OHM is the one that started such a business, is to make sure that you accumulate more OHM instead of hoping for appreciation of OHM in terms of the USD. That the reason why you are going to be receiving the reason why you are going to be receiving more tokens, the reason why you are going to get more tokens is because the value of the token could fluctuate, but since you'll be getting more tokens, you will remain profitable. Just a minute, guys. Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a All right, guys. Can we continue? How many of you are following? How many of you are following? Give me one if you are following. That the creators of this economy understood that the price of the token will always go up and will always go down. The price will fluctuate. Thank you so much, Richard. Thank you so much, Tesla. The price of the token will fluctuate. The price will go up, the price will go down, like you are able to see. But they knew that the goal of giving you high tokens is to allow you understand that you will be accumulating more OHM instead of focusing on the appreciation of the token. And when we go through this token here on markets here, or if we look at this token on the market, just a minute. Let me open it for you again. Let me open it for you again. Let me open for you again. Let me put it in 1 day. How many of you see that the price fluctuates? How many of you see that the price fluctuates? How many of you see that the price never has a standard move? That is what I want to focus on. How many of you see that the price fluctuates? It does not have a standard move. Even if I go to their V2, which is at $21, how many of you see that the price fluctuates? But because you are getting more tokens, you will remain profitable. Okay? You will remain profitable. Okay? Now, these guys who developed this token say that the Olympus runs as a DAO. And since it runs as a DAO, it means that it is governed by its community in a fully decentralized manner through smart contract. Is it okay? It means that whatever happens on the protocol is passing through a smart contract. Now, let's go to ONF. I hope my PDF is out. Okay, good. So let's now go to ONF. Let's now go to ONF. Now, ONF has built the same ecosystem. It has built a platform that is fully registered, a platform that is expanding, but ONF, ladies and gentlemen, is using the Olympus DAO that has stood a test, that has introduced the VE33 economic model that does not focus on the price of the token against the dollar, that focuses on giving you more tokens to improve profitability that sits on safety, lasting, and stable. I want to go to what Oracle has introduced already. But the question I have for you, is that clear now? Let me know in the chat. The question I have for you, is that clear now? That your profitability in the business is not going to depend on the price of the token. Your profitability in the business is going to depend on how many ONF you are going to collect. Give me a yes if that is clear, or give me a one or anything. Ronnie Masaka said clear, president. Ronnie. You see, guys, what Ronnie Masaka, what he is trying to express is a very important point before we continue. That, you see, the next president in Uganda is coming from my clan. Let me even come to camera. What Ronnie is expressing is that he knows that the next president in Uganda is going to come from my clan, which means that indirectly, I'm also the president of Uganda. Indirectly. So you have not done any crime when you call me president. So it is not criminal. No, it's not. Because the next president of Uganda is going to come from my clan. We share the same name. So it means that I am the president indirectly. So when you call me president, it is not criminal. He says, and it won't happen. Now, why? So, Edison, why? So you don't want me to... why, Edison, for sure? And you will be charged of crypto. Doubles has seen it. I will be the one in charge of cryptocurrency in Uganda. And you see, I will do the best for Uganda. Wake up from that sleep. Yes, they should wake up. It is possible I'm going to be the president. Okay, that was a joke. But I want you to basically understand. Now, what Oracle is doing, this is clear. Now, Oracle has decided to make sure that the security of ONF is clear, and it has made sure that the data is transparent. It has made sure that everything, the source code is open. It has made sure that our business runs on over 200 plus smart contracts. You see, just a minute. Just a minute, guys. Okay. To make sure that everything runs on 200 smart contracts. What is the importance of 200 smart contracts? Every contract is backed by another contract, so that there is no way if one contract does not operate, the other one also fails. It wants to make sure that everything moves automatically. The data is transparent. The other time I talked about that. And you can do audit on Aave.ai. That one has been done. And so here, if we want to do an open source discovery, we can do on these applications. The blockchain is Binance. Now, I have asked a question, and I want to ask it here again. For people who controls Oracle? Let me ask a question. Who controls Oracle? Yes, before I go to what Oracle has already brought on board, who controls Oracle? Hey, answer me. Who controls Oracle? Let me know. Who controls Oracle? Who controls Oracle? The community people, the Binance Smart Chain, the community. Okay. Ask the community. It is ask the community. But where is Oracle built? That one you have answered. It is us who control Oracle. But where is Oracle built? Where is Oracle built? Let me know in the chat. Where is Oracle built? On Binance. I want to see people learning. Binance, on Binance Smart Chain. So it means that whatever is happening on Binance Smart Chain. It is happening on the blockchain. Does Oracle have a special button it presses? Let me know in the chat. Does Oracle have a special button it presses? Let me know in the chat. Does Oracle have a special button it presses? Thank you. No. So Oracle opened up an account on the Binance Smart Chain. Oracle opened up an account on the Binance Smart Chain. Everything that happens on the Binance Smart Chain network. Question, are we safe? Question, are we safe? So, question, are we safe? Question, are we safe? Give me some answers in the chat. Let me see if people are learning. Question, are we safe? Now, what Oracle has planned is that it has also been able to prepare for itself by locking 20 million tokens. Is it true that the 20 million tokens are locked? The other time I was here and I talked about it. Is it true? Is it true that the 20 million tokens are locked? I can still show you. So that is openness. So what do? So we come here. Let us leave Olympus down. They brought their ideology and we thank them so much. So let us open CoinMarketCap. And let us open to, this is Oracle. Then we want the smart contract. We want the smart contract, we copy. Then we go to any browser. Let's use Chrome. And we are going to go to Pinkcell. The browser is Pinkcell. Pinkcell Finance. That's where we check. And once we get here to Pinkcell, when we open Pinkcell, we want to clear that also very fast. We tap on these 3 lines. Then we come to PinkLock. Then we come to PinkLock. Then when we come to PinkLock, we come to token. Then we select the network. The network is Binance Smart Chain because that's where the token was built. Then we write in, we put in the smart contract. What is this thing? It's finding the lock. And once we put in the lock, we view. Everything is open, transparent. Question, ladies and gentlemen, is the token locked? Question, is the token locked? Question, is the token locked? Is the token locked? And in 2028, those are 3 years from now, will the owners of the project also make money? In 2028, will the owners of the project also make money? Some answers in the chat. 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 Will the owners also make money? So it means that the owners have a responsibility of supporting the project so that its value increases. Give me a yes if you have understood that. And that is what brings the roadmap. That's what brings the roadmap. The roadmap of Oracle. The roadmap of Oracle. And you see, the roadmap of Oracle is introducing, I will not go back to these that have already happened. The launch of the Onet version, the launch of the PayU card, the launch of the exchange. That apart from people adding from the yield farming of the protocol, the exchange or the owners are trying to create more use of ONF. Now, question, ladies and gentlemen, if ONF is used, what will happen to the price of ONF? Let me see if people understand utility. If ONF is used, what will happen to the price of ONF? Let me know in the chat. I want people to understand. When ONF is used, what will happen to the price of ONF? Thank you. ONF will rise in price. Now, Oracle Foundation has started to play a big role in the rise of ONF. Let's come back here on WhatsApp. In the rise of ONF, These people who tag groups, one day I'll slaughter them. Bye. Let me see if I posted it here. Just a minute. Just a minute, guys. I want to see if people read what we post. Okay. So the Oracle Foundation has introduced, in the rise apart from the utility, it has introduced the ONF major ban plan. It has introduced 5 different ways in which they want to reduce the circulating supply of ONF. And number 1 is that the ONF core 5 core ban directions. Number 1, it has introduced the ONF fee ban. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, whenever you claim your profits, 50% of ONF is banned. So whenever you don't introduce anyone, when you don't introduce anyone and you claim your ONF, 0 to 15% is charged to you. Meaning that's why in our program we say it is tax modifiable. The tax in the smart contract is modifiable. Do you copy? The tax is modifiable. But in blockchain and DeFi, when they talk about tax modifiable, they talk about decentralized exchanges. What do I mean by decentralized exchanges? That someone can go and swap this token on any exchange. So what Oracle decided to say, it will not provide liquidity on SushiSwap, on PancakeSwap, on Token Pocket. Are we learning? Because it is tax modifiable. The tax modifiability is that if you go on Token Pocket and try to swap your ONF into BNB, the tax will be too high. The slippage will be too high because Oracle built its ecosystem to be tax modifiable. Why tax modifiable? Because in the system, if you introduce one person, instead of you being charged 15%, you'll be charged 14%. When you introduce 15 people, instead of you being charged 15%, you will be charged 0%. So to avoid the high tax modifiable, it decided to provide its liquidity on centralized exchanges. That's why when you come here on Token Pocket, let's come here on Token Pocket. When you come here on Token Pocket, let's come here on Token Pocket. When you come here on Token Pocket and you tap on more, and then you tap on Token Check, and you tap on Token Check, you want to check the token and change this from Ethereum to BNB, and you put in the contract address and you check. They tell you there is 0 risk, but there are 8 items to check. And one of the 8 items to check, ladies and gentlemen, is that it is tax modifiable. Is the point home? Is the point home? Is the point home? Let me know. Is the point home? Is the point home? Because inside the system, the way the smart contract was built is that when you introduce someone in the business, instead of you being charged 0, you will be charged 14%. If you don't introduce anyone, If you don't introduce anyone, you will be charged 15%. Let me come back here. Where were you? Where were you? You will be charged 15%. Is this clear? So, ladies and gentlemen, number one, they have started banning ONF. So whatever tax, when people are charged, those tokens will be banned. Number two, they have introduced the Aura node ban ecosystem. I'll talk about trade suspended. I'll talk about that. Now, let me talk about this now. Let me pick it because I see it is someone's problem. Let me pick it here. Do you see this trade suspended? It is put in the system that when the token gets to go below $1, the trade will be suspended so that the tokens that on the smart contract in the treasury go and buy up the price up. Is the point clear? The smart contract was built that when this token gets to $1, wherever this token is being traded, automatically it will get suspended. How many of you were available when the token was hacked? The token was hacked in Jucoin. But immediately the token went to $1. Trading was suspended in LBank. Is that true or not? Is that true or not? Huh? Is that true or not? Answer me. When the token was hacked in Jucoin and it went to $1, immediately trading was suspended in LBank. Is that true or not? Tikanda kuma wajukunata. Tikanda kuma wajukunata. Tikanda kuma wajuk. Have you understood why trade will be suspended? And when it was suspended in Jucoin, the treasury bought more coins and the price went higher. Is that true or not? That's why when I hear people who say that they understand crypto and blockchain technology, I laugh. Is it good to laugh? I look at them pretending that they understand. But when they don't know, do you know why they don't know? Because crypto is innovative technology. Every day, people come up with different ideologies that improve the way people make money in crypto. So that is what happened. And that's why the smart contract has this future that the trade can be suspended. I can still answer every question that is here. But can we continue with my topic? I will be answering them as we continue to create understanding. Now, this has already started. This has already started. Now, let me explain. Oracle is planning to have its own blockchain. Ochardson, one of the founders of Oracle, has already put aside $10 million so that Oracle develops its own blockchain. And as it owns its own blockchain, it wants to have several projects on its blockchain. And one of its second project on its blockchain. So, for example, the Ethereum blockchain, does it have several projects on its blockchain? The Binance Smart Chain, does it have several projects on its blockchain? Give me some answers in the chat. Give me some answers because I want people to understand. Does Ethereum have several projects on its own blockchain? Does Binance Smart Chain have several projects on its blockchain? If people are not answering me, am I teaching kwankwa kwankwa, or I'm teaching something understandable? Yes, there are several projects. Yes, even our project is already on the Binance Smart Chain. Okay, now let me teach. Now, what Oracle has done, it has brought in a project called Aura. It has brought in a project called Aura. Now, this project called Aura is meant, this project called Aura is meant to ban ONF. So people who want to participate in Aura, they bring their ONF, they participate by buying Aura, by giving away their ONF, and the ONF is banned. So Aura produced 1,000 nodes of Aura, and so far the project is at hold, but people are buying these 1,000 nodes. These 1,000 nodes. And the money that is coming from these 1,000 nodes is used to ban ONF. And it is simple. The minimum purchase is $1,000. So the goal is to ban 1 million ONF in this project. And this project will be seated on the ONF blockchain, or the Oracle blockchain. Is that clear? Okay. So this is already happening, and this is already happening. Number 3, the ONET social ecosystem. The Oracle social application ONET will continuously ban ONF, the only in-app social currency to establish true deflationary and use it to deflate. So they have already introduced this one. I'm going to talk about it. The ONET. It looks like this. Those of you who have not seen it, I think I'll share. This is the app. It is seated on, it is a social media application. And this social media application is going to be used as we chat. We are going to be spending ONF, and we are going to be banning ONF. Okay. So you will be able to log in, but I will share that later. Number 4, the UCAD. The UCAD, all ONF transaction fees that will be generated in the UCAD ecosystem will 100% be banned. So you're going to have a Visa card that you can use, and once you use it, you are charged in ONF, and this ONF is banned. Number 5, the Oracle Exchange. Now, these guys are very smart. Before they introduced the Oracle Exchange in 2026, they bought an exchange called CoinHome. And the goal of buying CoinHome is to know how exchanges work, so that by the time they introduce their own exchange, everything will be in position. Now, Let's visit Token Pocket and look at what is already in place. So when you open your Token Pocket and you tap on more, then you tap on ecosystem, you are already able to see that there is a U card. And this U card, so far, by December, physical cards are going to be available. It's a Web3 payment era. Oracle Coin financial ecosystem. So you could be able to access currently now the virtual Visa card. And this virtual Visa card is currently operating on WeChat, on Alipay, and Apple Pay. And for you to buy this virtual card, you put 50 USDT on your wallet and you get a backup of 20 USD. So $20 come back to you. So you enter your code, your phone number, and your email. And you'll be able to get the Visa card. All transactions that will happen in a few days, the NFC is going to be happening so that it also operates on Google Pay so that people could be able to pay. And all gas fees that will be used on this Visa card will be burnt 100%. Still, when you tap on ecosystem, you will find a social app. And this social app is not yet available for Android. But iOS, it's already available. And let me just share the link as was shared by the developer here in the morning. Let me just share to ease. So if you want to ease, if you are having an app store, you are using an iPhone, you can now currently, yes, like ATM, very soon, you will have physical Visa card. So if you are having an Apple phone, you can be able to access the app on App Store. And I believe very, very soon, you are going to be chatting in the ecosystem. Okay? Someone is saying, I got it through Rabadaba style, although I'm using an Android phone. I was able to get the APK. Okay? This is the ecosystem. And you can see, I know this will be our lending protocol. It seems very soon we shall be enjoying Bitcoin services. But that we keep aside. So number 2, you can also ban ONF. Banning means that you will be able to, those of you who build communities, for example, let me explain. Today and yesterday, they are still testing, but this is what is going to happen. Let me explain for community builders. For example, let me open here on promotional reward. You can see that for you to build a community, you need to have what we call contributional points. Contributional points, these are number of tokens you can be able to withdraw. Now, you see I have 1,195 tokens, 95 contributional points. This means that these contributional points can be burnt. Sorry, the tokens I can withdraw. And these contributional points come from your staking. For example, when you stake 1 token of ONF for 360 days, you get 4 points. When you stake one token for 360 days, you get 4 contributional points. Now, what they are giving you is that you can now be able, instead of staking, for example, I say, I want to burn 1 ONF. When I burn 1 ONF out of circulation, instead of me getting 4 points, I get 4.22. So let's take an example. I burn 2 ONF. Instead of me getting 4 points, I get 8. Instead of getting 8, I get 8.44. So, for example, when I say burn now, it means that burning, these tokens are going to be removed from my why is it okay now? Okay. So what is going to happen? 4 tokens are going to be banned, and once banned later, automatically later, 8 contributional points will be added to me. So if I'm not interested in staking, but I want the value of ONF to go high, instead of me going to the exchange to buy and stake, what I will do, I will come here on the burn area, put in my tokens. For example, I want to burn 1, and I get, instead of me getting 4 points, I'll get 4.22. So when I tap on burn and put in my transaction password, the tokens will be burnt. Okay, I don't have gas. The tokens will be burnt. And once the tokens are burnt, I'm helping the value of ONF to go high. So when you tap on more and you want to grow your points, you can now be able to burn your ONF, get it out of circulation, and help to cause the price to go high. But in return, you'll also be able to receive what we call contributional points. The contributional points may not be added immediately after you have burned, but later you'll find there will be an increase of your points having burnt your ONF. Are we together? Is the future bright, ladies and gentlemen? Is the future bright, ladies and gentlemen? You see, today when I was feeding my Royal Chew dog, see, today I have a pit bull called Royal Chew. Recently, I had bought for him a wife from South Africa using ONF, but the wife, when he was brought in the gate very early in the morning, one of my workers opened the gate, and my wife, the wife of my pit bull, got lost. But I'm shipping one for him. It is a German Shepherd with small legs, so that he can be able to enjoy it. So when I was giving him food today, today he wanted to eat some food. So when I was giving my Royal Chew dog some food, he asked me, "But sir, why are you delaying to bring me the Oracle wife? Because it's only Oracle that helps money to increase." So I told him, "Don't worry, your shipment is coming, very special." So since the future is very bright, I was telling Royal Chew dog, since the future is very bright, here you will not suffer with floating loss. Your tokens will not be liquidated. You will not be waiting for long just to be hopeful. For example, I like this example. Let me open this up. I still have my money floating. Let me open it here and I show you. So I've had small boys. Let me log in into that account very fast here, because it will have codes to email. For exposing it, I have no issue because there is no money here. But I bought a certain token called KSM when it was at $60 in 2023. And since then, I have been waiting for the price to go high. The price now, I think, is at $9. If I had invested the same money in Oracle, let me try to show you. You see, there is a difference between hope. Okay, so let me open for you to see that. Let me open for you to see my explanation. That's why I told my Royal dog not to worry. Look here, guys. I can take several examples and sleep here for the full day. But look here. I bought this token KSM with $9,867. And this token, because I see people talk a lot, moved from as high as $60 to as low as $9.2. In my investment, I got 163 tokens. So let's take the same example. Person A invested the same money and got 163 ONF. 163 ONF. When ONF was at $60 in 2023, now we are in 2025, straight 2 years. So person A had known about Oracle and came here. Let's put on a calculator. We can give it 2 straight years. 163 tokens. Ladies and gentlemen, because Oracle looks at compounding, the VE33 economic model says that the value of the token will continue to change. But before I talk about, the value of the token will continue to change. But since you are getting more tokens, you will still remain profitable. Here comes the question. If this business was accumulating more tokens, and I entered this token at $60, now it's at $9. Let's calculate. If it was ONF, by the end of 2 years, I would have 36,486 tokens. Let's go to a calculator business-wise. 36,486. Even if we remove off the capital of 163, I still remain with these tokens. If this token drops at 9.2, will I still be profitable? Question. Me who has kept believing that one day KSM will go to $60. I kept on opening margin calls. I kept on believing that this income, because I've seen people who say Oracle, and the other person who invested in Oracle at $60. Who of the two has sure hope? Who of the two has sure hope? Who of the two has sure hope? Who Who of the two has sure hope? Without pretending, who of the two has sure hope? Who of the two has sure hope? And I still have a choice that I can even sell some of my tokens. But I have a question. When I sell some of my tokens, because it is the same business, here all the money is almost gone, over 8,000. Is this small money? Let me know, guys. Is this small money? In reality, is this small money? Now, when I decide to sell some of these tokens, don't you think it will be a total loss? But in Oracle, I can decide to sell some of my block production rewards. When I sell some of my block production rewards, will I still be at a loss? When I come here and I claim these 5 tokens, will I still be at a loss, or I will be taking some of my profit? Are you getting the difference? How many are following? Because people talk about money. Me, I have invested in crypto. Now, this token has been going up recently. But my friend, it is almost doing nothing. I'm losing still $2,000, and I have waited for years. Look at this one. Look at this one. Almost losing everything. Guys, look at this one. 93. And someone still every day wakes up and gives someone hope that don't worry. One day, ladies and gentlemen, I stopped living false hope and I decided to face reality. Is this 46,000 small money? Is 46,000 small money? Let me know. Maybe I'm providing opportunity because I'm blind. Maybe I'm providing opportunity because I don't have experience in crypto. I have seen people who make videos about me, but when you ask for their accounts, they only invest $1,000. I'm coming from a history that is filled with pain. You see, I have told people, and I will tell you, someone who has never lost money has no authority to talk about investing. If you believe in me, give me a 1 in the chat. If someone has not invested money and lost money, has no authority to talk about investing because they don't understand the pain of investing. I see people making shadow videos about me. And when you ask them to show you their history, and here I've not talked about futures. I'm only talking about sport. And in futures, it is worse. In futures, it is worse. In futures, it is worse. It is tears. In futures, it is worse. It is tears. You find someone giving someone hope that don't worry, one day we shall jubilate. But they have never invested less than $500 because they want to market a product. Because they want to market a product. Ladies and gentlemen, the ideology of Oracle is a redemption. And people were like, but Julius is still making some money from community. Julius has a very big community. He will still remain profitable. I said, I'm not going away because I was not earning. By the way, how many of you agree with me that even if I stayed the other side, I will still make money? Let me know in the chat. How many of you agree with me that me, even if I stayed the other side, I will still make money? Let me see. Those who are still moving with me. How many of you agree with me that even if I stayed, I will still make some good money in commission? But ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, this world is not about you all the time. I have so many people who have invested in cryptocurrency because I believed in crypto and they lost a lot of money like me. So I said it is not about me. It's about the people who came into cryptocurrency, the people who decided to trade with that application, and they are not able to have results. How many of you have sold some of your ONF and you are happy? How many of you have made some money? You have sold some of your ONF and you are happy. No matter the price, you sell your profit and you are happy. The big question is, can you still go and sell? Can I go and sell those tokens in Royal Q? I'm just waiting. I pray it doesn't happen, that these tokens will be delisted and I will lose my money. And so with that in my mind, I said, okay, let us go to a business where anybody can benefit. Let us go to a business where someone who comes with little capital can benefit. They just need to stake longer. Let us go to a business where anybody, whether they have the trading skills, they don't have the time to sleep on the markets, they don't have the time to keep building communities, they can still be able to sit down and say, I started cryptocurrency. When I joined cryptocurrency, even if I do not have the ability to build communities, even if I don't have the time to build communities, even if I don't have the time to be on the markets, they can still say, I have made something out of crypto. Than me sitting there to give people hope that one day we'll make it. Ladies and gentlemen, I have said it and I want to say it again. That hope is not a strategy. Hope is not a strategy. There should be a strategy that can bring tangible results. And so I want to invite you physically this Saturday at Hotel Triangle if you are in Uganda. My brothers and sisters in Kenya, I want to promise you, after this event on Saturday, I'm going to make a plan to be in Nairobi for table rounds. I want to meet all the people in Nairobi who are ready to learn about this new economy. I'm going to come to Kenya, I promise you. My brothers and sisters, in 11th in Lagos, 11th this month in Lagos, we have an event in Lagos. The venue of our event in Lagos, in Nigeria, is going to be communicated by the end of today. Okay, by the end of today. On the first event in Lagos, I'm not going to be available, but the second event that we are going to make in Lagos, in Nigeria, I'm going to be available. My brothers and sisters in South Africa, my brothers and sisters in Ghana, we are going to be able to create an unbelievable successful result for everybody who wants to take their risk and participate in cryptocurrency. I want to thank you all for believing in this vision. I want to thank you all for understanding that we can still remain profitable without us watching markets every single day. We can take up this economy that for the last close to 5 years, through the Olympus DAO, has shown reasonable results. The price of the token may fluctuate, but ladies and gentlemen, we shall still remain profitable. That said and done, I want to wish you a perfect morning. Make sure you are not staking alone. Make sure you burn some tokens if possible so that you participate. Together, we can cause the ONF token get to $100 and above. As long as we believe in ourselves, as long as we believe in the project, the future is more bright. See you in the future, ladies and gentlemen. Love you all and have a good day.